today, Radio GC Entertainment, get beautiful girl. She's actress, she's producer movies, nurse, and many another professions. Janet Lopez.
Hi everyone. It's so nice to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, Janet, please tell how you start to be like you, so educated, professional woman.
Thank you. So I actually started, well, it's a long story, so let me do the short version. It's, you know, I started modeling first, and a lot of people don't know that. And I was with my mother, and we were at a clothing store, and we were looking at different clothes, and my mother said, you should try this on. So I went into the dressing room. When I came out, eventually this man came over, and I looked at him, and he said, hey, I own a modeling company, and I would like to have you join. And I said, I'm not a model, I'm just a girl, you know, I'm just this, I had no modeling experience. He handed me his business card, and he said, don't worry, it's going to be free, I'll teach you. We teach models how to walk, how to speak, and everything. So I said, oh, okay. I had to beg my mom, but she eventually let me go. And I learned how to do runway modeling. I was underage at the time. And that was my first modeling experience. That led me to...
What age you was the first time modeling?
I don't remember. I think I was like...
In school?
Maybe like 12.
Well,
I was a kid. I was very young. I don't recall exactly. I just know that I was very young and had no idea that the entertainment industry even existed. Maybe I was a little older. I just know I was like 13, 12. I was very young. Well, after that, I kept doing it. And once you start runway modeling, you meet other people in the industry. And so I joined actually was scouted during my runway show, and I had another gentleman come to me and say, hey, I'm starting a youth group of girls, and they're going to be a modeling group. And so I did that. Eventually, I won this modeling competition, and I met a woman who owned a magazine company and an agency. Eventually I started working for her. She offered me a job. Her computer wasn't working, and I looked at her and I said, and this is before I started working with her, she said, my computer's not working, etc., etc. And I said, you know what? My family breaks down computers and builds them back up. They build computers. They know a lot about computers. Why don't you hand me your computer and I'll pass it over? And I did. The computer was fixed, and she was just amazed. And she loved that I was able to help her in such a, she didn't know what to do. And so I actually started working for her. She offered me a job, and I started working for her. Eventually I landed a role, a 2-year contract. And
you always was in Los Angeles area or in other states also?
So I started my acting career. Now we're talking about acting, not modeling. I started my acting career in Palm Springs, California.
Palm Springs.
Yeah, so I started working as an actor there. I did commercials, a lot of commercials. I did a TV show that ran for 6 months. And that was all local. So if you did not live in the area, you never saw it. But if you were locally there, if you tune into Channel 13, I was on the TV there. Yeah.
Your personality very attractive for TV. Yeah. And also your speech good. Yeah,
thank you.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can to be host, you can to be actress. Everything.
Yes. Well, thank you. Yeah, today I am primarily an actor. I used to work as an actor part-time. I can say that I am a full-time actor, and I started producing as well. I started producing feature films and movies and stuff. And so I'm actually producing.
This is a difficult job, producing.
Yes, it's a lot of work. I think a lot of people don't realize that. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It takes a lot, and you know, any movie that we create, it takes a village. So it's not just me by myself, but we have a team. But as a producer, a lot of times you're building that team up. You know, you're creating a team
Yes.
for the movie that you're working on. So yeah, so I do that as
So
well.
you need the finance.
Yes, the financing, of course. Yes, that's actually, so the movie I'm
You
working.
have some people support you for movie?
As a producer, yeah, I work with different people. So I'm a freelancer, which means I do not, you know, there's producers that work for studios or TV networks. I'm just freelancing. So I'm a freelance producer. And when I've worked with writers, directors, and stuff like that, I help them produce their movie. And a lot of times I work with script, just the script by itself. I started with that, and we work our way out. So yeah, it takes a lot of work. I started off.
You like this job, yeah?
I want to say.
What you feel?
I love being an actor. My main thing is an actor. I started as an actor. You know, for me, once you're an actor, you're always an actor, especially if you have a passion burning inside you. I have a passion for acting, and it never left me. Yes, do I love producing? You know, just like kind of how I ended up modeling is the same way how I ended up producing. It was unintentionally. I worked my way up in a way.
You also was participate in beauty pageants? Or no?
Yes, yes. When I was modeling, I didn't really have to do that, but eventually I was asked to join pageants, and so I'm the last person to think of a beauty pageant because you know, there's people who have worked their way as a pageant. They've started passion like modeling since they were kids. I'm not one of those people. I joined pageant. I did one pageant as a teenager, and then another pageant now as an adult. And yeah, so I did a pageant. The same Miss. I am Miss Perfect Lady 2021. Yes, and gentlemen. 2021. I represented Mexico.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
I was in 2016.
Oh, so 2016.
Yeah,
I'm 2021. Okay, well, yes. So, yes, and so I did that. I thought that was great. Just doing a pageant as an adult was very different from when I was a teenager, and it was exciting. I loved meeting people internationally, people who have different cultures, and you get to learn from each other. You get to learn about what their foods are and whatnot. So that was a great pageant just to learn about different people. They're like different backgrounds. Yeah, I decided, you know, I think that was right after.
And what do you feel, you're American woman, you're born in America, what do you feel about people who come from another countries to America to live? What do you feel about this?
Well, I want to clarify, I am first generation. My parents are immigrants.
Oh, immigrants
so,
also.
yeah, so, yeah, I mean, my first language was Spanish. It wasn't English. So I speak two languages, Spanish and English. I based on historical facts, we see that the United States is built. I mean, it's immigrants. It's built by immigrants.
Immigrant country.
All around.
All people who not well satisfied in another their countries, they come to America for better life. Yeah.
Yeah, America. Even since the beginning of time, before before U.S. came to be, was a country that was being taken care of. It was very fertile. It's a beautiful country, and the people that take care of it, and so forth. And yeah, today, obviously, it's fast forward to today. There's just so many immigrants, and it's part of the United States. It's part of the history, and it's part of the U.S. in general. So what do I feel? I feel that people should. I welcome immigrants. I believe immigrants bring their culture to us here. I mean, you look everywhere, especially in Los Angeles. you see food from Mexico, you see food from Russia, from Armenians, from Israel, from Ethiopia. The list goes on. China. I mean, you could find any food you want here. There's also even like a Danish little city out not that far away. So I think
I was in this city, very beautiful.
So here, especially here, you could find foods from everywhere, from all over different countries, and I think that's what makes America, the United States, very special. Is that it represents many people from all over the world.
Yeah, I think in America people feel freedom because so many different religions, nationalities, everyone friends, and no discrimination.
Yeah.
Like you go to another country, they discriminate nationalities, the religious, and make wars. This is in America, no. In America, everyone similar, everyone friend, and everyone respect each other.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you're talking about like different beliefs and all that, yes, and in the United States you do see a lot of people. It's funny because when I talk to people from different countries who've never been to the United States, they think the United States is 100% one religion, but it's not. when you get to be in the United States, you'll see that. You'll meet people from all kinds of different belief systems, different backgrounds, different culture, different everything, and there's laws that we're not supposed to, we are to live here peacefully and just get to know each other. But as I'm a first generation, discrimination does happen in the United States. But as far as like what you were referring to was probably more like when you're killing each other and stuff like that and causing war. Yeah, that's not really. It's not like it's not an everyday thing. Yeah.
Yes, we want love and peace.
Yes, of
and
course.
Be friends.
I think it's important for work environments to have diversity, and especially the entertainment industry. So I am all for inclusion writers and for us to have diversity in the films. And I met this woman. She was from Germany, and when she came here, she was shocked because she saw so many people from all over the world, and she said, "Wow, I didn't realize that Los Angeles was this diverse, or that the United States was this diverse." Because on TV, it's not always portrayed that way. And so you think what you see on TV, it's 100% real. But when you actually come to the US, it's very diverse. It's so diverse.
Yes, very international country.
Yeah.
And what you thinking you soon want to show your performance like singer or dancer?
So this is something that a lot of people don't know about me. I write a lot of poetry.
With your strong voice?
Yeah,
you can't sing.
Yeah, so I write a lot of poetry, and a lot of my poetry are more like songs. They end up being songs, and I wrote and sang. I did a song, and it was more like alternative rock. And what happened was, after we recorded and everything, the guy, the studio where I did the whole thing, there was an incident, and he wiped out his whole, the whole memory was wiped out from all his stuff, not just mine, but everybody's. And so we lost that song, unfortunately.
But you need to make it again.
So I need to start again. But yeah, I just love producing films, working with people, and creating diversity, and just working as an actor. And I would love to start to do another song again, and this time release it to the world. Yeah.
Yes, you need to do this. You do it.
Yes.
In future, I see you have beautiful life.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
It's interesting because I was told that I was that I was going to be a singer, but this hasn't happened just yet.
Yeah, I was feeling this.
Yes.
Yeah, and what about your relationship in one day you want to be married?
Well, you know what? I don't talk about my personal life too much, but I will say this to you. As an actor, it was very hard to find a relationship. When you're an actor, you do on set. And I have been married on set. I've had a boyfriend on set. I've been proposed to on set. I was pregnant on set. I got to experience everything that you get to have in life on set, but not in real life. You know, on set I was pregnant. I've never been pregnant. I never had a baby, but I got to be pregnant. And
good, you doing this because this is like your preparation for future life.
Yeah, I've had I've experienced. I had a little baby at some point, so I get to experience life through other people, like through on set. I was a detective. I was a police officer. I was all these things. But in real life, I've never had the experience at that point. When I filmed this, I filmed a movie. I've never had these kind of experience. I've actually got experience of cheating, everything you can imagine on set. And so it was hard because a lot of times when I was dating, I did come across this guy that I was dating, and he was so jealous. He did not want me to go on set. He didn't want me to have a boyfriend on set or kiss anybody on set. And when it comes to things like that, you like this person, you want to see yourself with this person, but you can't because
he cannot give you grow.
No, he did not let me grow.
Yes, and because some guys so jealous and they don't want a woman close to him grow and be more than this man. So this is difficult. Difficult for us.
Yes,
because men need to understand a woman.
Right.
If she loves him, she needs to grow.
Yes.
Close to him.
I just say that if when you meet the right person, it's not going to be someone who's going to try to especially when it comes to your career. I understand making changes because I took a psychology class, and one of the things that I've learned was that apparently people who have successful marriages are people who are willing to compromise with the person. So not just one person compromises all the time, but when both of them are willing to make compromises here and there, that's when the marriage actually works. But when it comes to your career, that's different. If they met you and you had that career and they're trying to stop you from having that career, I think that's more, that's controlling, that's very, that's the opposite of...
Yes, too much control, not good.
Yeah, not good. So, so that's where it came for me. It was difficult throughout the years to find someone solid. Yeah. I feel for a lot of people in the entertainment industry that are in that situation. I started online dating.
Online?
Yes, because when I was meeting people in person, it just wasn't clicking. It just wasn't there. So I think online you get to meet people that you would never meet in person, because especially people who work a lot, sometimes they don't even go out.
I think so online, not so much good. Because if you never saw person, maybe this is your illusion wrong.
Oh, well, that's true too. Yes, I will testify that I did meet this guy. I spoke to this guy for a year online, a whole year before meeting him. And finally we agreed to meet. And when I met him, he was not what my imagination was. Because I imagined him, when he's talking to me, I imagined him a certain way. And then when I met him, he was completely different. He was literally the opposite. Although we did date a little bit, he wasn't what I thought he was. So that's true. But that's why it's important not to spend too much time online with the person. Maybe get to meet him in person first and see how he really is.
The best, I think, meeting when you study in college, in institute, or you go to some maybe birthday party or events, and you meet person who you like how he look in his image. And after you start slowly to know this person and you like his brain, you can to find for you good person.
You mentioned brain.
Person.
Okay, You know how you mentioned the brain? I realized that I am not, so you mentioned college and all that. I never liked people, I never had a, like I think I'm a little different than a lot of women because it's hard for me to like someone just like that. So I've realized that I am probably what they call a sapiosexual, but this is a weird term, but now I'm not gonna say that's what I am, but that's basically I am attracted to the brain. Does that make sense?
Brain?
Yes, meaning like you could be, yes, because I've dated an anorexic guy, I've dated a bodybuilder guy, I've dated a short guy, I've dated a tall guy. They all, everybody looks different. So what I've realized, one thing that was in common is that I'm more attracted to the brain than the physical. So I like people who are very smart, intelligent. My first crush was this guy who, he was the only one that would get straight A's all the time. He was very intelligent, and I started crushing over this guy. And I said, why am I crushing over him? And I realized every time he got an A, I was like, oh my goodness, I thought that was great.
So nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to continue to be with this man, like friend, and after maybe will be.
Well, he doesn't exist in my life anymore, but
open your heart
yes.
for this man.
What?
I wish you to be mom, wife, and a good friend for everyone. What you thinking about your future life, about you? What you dream?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, and I want to say thank you. You said mom, but I don't know if I'll ever be a mom. But,
if you decide,
yes,
you will be.
Yeah,
mom.
maybe I've never. You know, I'm one of those people that I've always preferred. I was thinking like foster or adoption. I can have babies on my own, but I mean, I'm biologically able to. But I was just thinking one day maybe like that instead. But well, no, we never know. Maybe I'll change my mind one day, and then all of a sudden I'm a mom. I just never been a thought in my mind. But as far as my future with acting and everything, I am so excited. I am moving a new chapter in my life right now. I'm producing a movie right now. I just got cast in a movie out in the East Coast that I just landed an audition, and so a lot of really amazing things are happening in my career. I did a TV pilot called Wig 300 where I'm one of the social workers, and I just did a movie called Love Me Stupid. I've done I think over 6 movies in just a couple of months, and I mean in a year, and last year. So, and I'm working on a movie right now. So I'm doing I'm working a lot, and so I'm really excited. I produced a movie, a TV pilot, called Now You Know A. It was just at the film festival, a live festival over the weekend. And I just want to shout out to everybody that was in Now You Know A, and Iris who directed it. So,
and what name of movie you prepare now?
Now, so I'm doing a movie right now. It's called, that I'm working on. And I don't want to say too much, but the one I'm producing or the one that I'm working on?
Producing.
Oh, so it's a feature film I'm working on, and it's called My Mexican Brother. So I'm producing that right now.
My Mexican Brother.
Yes.
Oh, very nice.
So
we need to check this movie.
Yes, and it's on the script. Right now we're in the script, so it's in developmental stages. It's very early on, but we are working fast to get that going. So that's what I'm doing now. I will be the producer on that, working behind the scenes. And as far as, so another movie I'm playing a lead right now is called Back Burner. And that's gonna be, there's a lot of diversity. It's amazing, great team. So I'm looking forward to having you guys all see that movie. We're still filming it right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Jeanette.
Yes.
For so beautiful interview about your life.
Of course.
What are you doing exactly? And I wish your career will be grow more and more, and we'll see you soon in movie.
Yes, yes, of course.
Thank you everyone for watching us, GC Entertainment. Galina Capanni, love you.
Bye.
Bye.